whole quantity of life is really energy, and our mind is always trying to make that energy look and feel in some sense comfortable. And I know that one of the greatest moments of my life was when I met Swami Nityananda, this enormous, fat, very black man laying on a stone slab in a small temple in India. And I was taken there with no idea of who it was, and I saw this strange looking beast laying there, and nothing in me, in my background, would in any way allow me to relate to him. But people were being brought up to him and having experiences, and I realized this was some kind of an honor, and it was so stupid in me. It was like an experience during the war where you get on any line because they may be giving away something with his ration. So this was a precious thing that I suddenly was being denied, and I didn't even know what it was or what was being given. They may have been giving away an onion, but I suddenly wanted it because other people were giving it and I wasn't getting it. And I started to hear in myself, because of this vast energy that this man had, I heard all of these stupid things going on in my mind. And I looked at him, and suddenly I heard in me a voice talking, and it said, "Ask your question." And I didn't know what question. And again I went through this whole thing of my psychotic craziness, going up and back. And I sat there for hours, and his energy opened in me my need. And this is really how life is for all of us, that we live next to that energy which we need to find our answer. But we reject. We reject people, we reject situations, and in every sense we reject life. And you have to understand on the simplest level that you open and love, because God really is love. And because every church on every corner says God is love, we say this cannot be, because how can it be so simple? But it's true. This energy of love, this inner communication, the ability to feel flow between yourself and another person, is the ability to take the content out of that situation and grow with it. But we want it to be this situation or that situation or a particular situation, and it really doesn't matter. If you stand under the sun, facing the sun, you can take in the energy. If you stand with your face the other way, you can take in the energy. You don't have to have an introduction to the sun to receive from the sun. And neither do we have to have an introduction to receive from another person. Consciousness is taking, not analyzing. It is not a function of the mind. It is a function of need, which you open to. And if you want your realization, if you want to grow spiritually, then you learn to take from everything, and you learn to take from everybody. And life is the teacher. Life is there. We are in life. It's like a man sitting in the middle of the ocean crying because he can't see water. And we are sitting in this total energy which is there for our involvement. And people look and say, you're not this, I can't take from you, and this one is not that, I want special. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. A stupid man needs special. A conscious man makes everything special. And it really has to do with your need, your hunger that makes everything food. And that's the reason I gave you this exercise. It expresses only the limitation of your appetite, because you refuse to go inside because you are either afraid or totally unconscious. Unless you have a deep appetite inside, a tremendously deep appetite, and your heart is deeply open and all you want is your realization, then you will never have a chance, because your focus is here or there, and your focus should be there, all the way up. No man walking on the earth, now or ever, was anything but a servant of God. Nobody ever was that. It is a reflection of a contact that is supposed to serve you. And until you in your own self realize that you are here to be served, not to serve, because anyone who comes to give you has to be your servant. Because if they are a teacher and they are supposed to be superior and they're supposed to have the answer, then there is only one function for them to do, and that is to serve you, not for you to serve them. And you have to go and shake them and bother them and make them find in themselves that which allowed them to receive what they have.